What's your opinion on the fake sky theory? My opinion on the fake sky theory is that it's not a theory, bro. This is like, the fake sky thing is cool, but it has been like the one big thing teased and like hinted at, and kind of like, it's the fake sky's already been revealed like 4 different times. You know what I mean? At this point, when Mavuika did her thing in One Punch Man, you know, existence, I was like, oh, that's cool. It wasn't like, what? I mean, I thought it was cool to see what was on the other side, but it wasn't like a grandiose reveal. You know what I mean? They've been teasing since 1.1. It's also why, chat, I hate to be that guy, but it's also why when we talk about the Hexenzirkel, it's a lot less, the Hexenzirkel is a lot less hype for me nowadays, brothers. Just because whenever the Hexenzirkel gets involved, it's only during temporary events, and it's only filler lore. Not like this. I loved the Hexenzirkel, being hyped about it. The Witches of Teyvat. But every time we get Hexenzirkel crumbs, it turns out to be nothing. Basically. Not nothing, but just like we talked about this. I just wished the Hexenzirkel kind of played to their like own level of like lore importance that like the Fatui do. You know what I mean, chat? Because all of the Fatui, great thing about the Fatui, and these, there's probably a word for this type of storytelling. Like, you have all these different characters who are doing all their different stories, but all of these characters have a default weight to them, like a lore importance, because they're members of the Harbingers who you know are doing something crazy and big that's important. You know what I mean? By default, any Fatui Harbinger we interact with has a certain level of lore importance to them. And they also can tell their own stories too. With the Hexenzirkel, for anyone who doesn't know, it's this group of like witches or like wizards, magicians. This group of witches in Teyvat who are like super powerful. Alice, Klee's mom, is a part of them. Like Alice, the most powerful person in Teyvat. Individually, they're cool. But the Hexenzirkel itself has no established like lore importance. It really doesn't. It could have the same weight of like, oh, they're like doing this own thing. It's basically like a bunch of old ladies having tea, which makes it a little sad because of the potential. You know what I mean? Wait, but they do though? No, they don't. That's the thing. The Albedo story's awesome, bro. That's my hot take. More keen for Skirk than Alice nowadays. It's sad. True. What's the Hexenzirkel? Didn't you just explain? The story quest is good. What story? Hexenzirkel story quest? Everyone here has no idea who the Hexenzirkel is. Chat, type 1 if you do not know what the Hexenzirkel is. This is actually, hold up. This is going to make a point to so much of the lore heads in chat. You see that? About, you can type 2 if you know. About 60% of people in here don't even know what the Hexenzirkel is, right? I just wish they could have done something so cool with it, man. And they haven't. And they are actively not, it feels like. I know who they are, but I don't know what they do and who's in there except like Mona. I don't even know if Mona's in there. I think we're still yet to see their importance in the main story, but they dropped some hints. I know they dropped some hints, but they could be... That's the thing. They could be dropping hints on the same level of the Fatui and of the Abyss. Straight up. There's no reason they don't have that level of hype. Because we only get like Abyss breadcrumbs, right? We've gotten way more breadcrumbs and way more devoted content to the Hexenzirkel than to the Abyss, which is kind of crazy. Until now, then. I think the same can be pretty much said about the Dragon Sovereigns. Like before Fontaine, I didn't know blank about them. True. I disagree a little bit with the Dragon Sovereigns because no, it's different with the Dragon Sovereigns because everyone, even though we get breadcrumbs about the Dragon Sovereigns, everyone knows the lore importance of them. You know what I mean? you know that, like, you know the lore importance of, like, the OG dragons who ran the world. It's like the ones who, the archons usurped. So you care. You instantly care when Neuvillette is revealed. That if you know, you instantly are like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Nowadays, when I hear Hexenzirkel, I know we're about to get a filler event about a domain that was created by somebody for some small side quest reason and not a grandiose vision. You know what I mean?